Yup, yup, yup. There we go. You guys hear me now? Just let me know, make sure that we got it straightened out there. I don't know what happened. My settings just sometimes change without telling me. Alright, appreciate you guys hopping on that right away and letting me know before I got too far into talking to myself. I'm glad I looked over at the stream. I was going on about some stuff there. But anyway, I'll start back over. The SPY having this big pullback overnight. And we're opening up below the 20-day. It's trying to rebound now, but we'll see if that continues or not. I'm basically going to wait this first 30 minutes out because with this big drop in the SPY, we could easily see it turn back around and drop more. And I don't want to hop anything and get destroyed. XELA coming up. Break of this downtrend. Basically break at $3. This thing could get moving. What does it look like on the 1 minute? Starting to get a little cross there. And then DGBI is another possible play. CARV. It's a nice little U-shape going on there. I said I was going to wait the first 30 minutes out, but I kind of like this play. Hopping in there at 10 shares and at 18. I'm not going heavy on this because the day's a weird day. This is pushing up. May get rejected at 19. We'll see. That's where my profit target is. Quick little scalp. Let's see. Oh no, well no, blowing through 19. And we just got halted. So very nice play. Now I'm kind of kicking myself because I only went 10 shares. But very nice play. The little U shape here. So we started. There's a couple of different ways you could look at this. Bounce off of the 200-day, U shape straight across there, or the 20 days starting to cross over these other EMAs. Either way, it had all three. Whatever your strategy is, it had all three things going for it. So very nice. Very nice, very nice. Good way to start out the morning. See, XLE is flagging above the downtrend. I might go 50 here on the XLE if it starts breaking up. I'm going on it. See if it can break 3. Pushing up here. See how far do we got if we break 3. Now if we break 3, we got up to 334. I just went 30 instead of 50. Yeah, I carved this watch list. There we go. So we're testing at 3. We may not break 3 here. It may fail to break and then come back down and come back around. Or we'll just break right through it. No, we're still getting hung up at 3, so that's okay. Yeah, looks testing it, but like I said, we could pull back. If we don't break here, we will pull back, but it looks like it's trying to build some support. Let's see real quick on Carve. Got halted at 37, so it's been 2 minutes, so we got 3 more minutes here. Hey, there you go, XELA. Starting to pop up now. Like I said, we got 334 is this previous high. That's the previous high a year, so if we do start moving up more, then at 334 will be a very strong resistance. Just still getting hung up at 3. Still testing it. You can see sellers sitting there on the ask at 3. We got buyers sitting at 299. This is a nice tug of war going on here. GGBI pulled all the way back. Chinese regulator nod. This is interesting. This one has a lot of room to run. I'm actually going to go ahead and start building a position on this one too. I got filled in pretty high, but I only went 10 shares so far. So, oh, let's see. Carve is out. Carve all the way up to 37. Carve still running. We're getting halted again on Carve. I'm up $40 on 10 shares. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. What was the other play I just got into? I forgot what it was. XCLA, I know I'm in. It's above 3. I just hopped into something else, and now I don't remember what it was. Well, that's not good. What did I just do? What was I in? What did I get into? What was that? Oh boy. Doing too much at once. Let's see, XCLA is starting to come back down a little bit. Put stop loss on this just so I don't have to watch it, because I got to figure out where this other play was. I completely forgot what it was. That's that's not very smart what I did there, forgetting what the other play was. What was it? Was it seed? Oh yeah, it was seed. That's what it was. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So this needs to break 9. We got some resistance at 9 there. Got this nice little uptrend on C2. I'm actually gonna see if I can. I'm gonna wait on that one. I'm gonna wait. XCLA starting to push up. Very nice. Very nice. Let's see. Let's time this right. Car was halted again. That was about 8:43, so it should be out here soon. I'm gonna add 10 more here to seed. Oh, seed's starting to crack. Crack that little trend line. Let's see, what do we got? We are still building higher lows though. 1821, so I'm gonna put oof, this thing just all of a sudden dumping. I don't like that. I'm going to put a stop loss on this under 8 so in case it cracks anymore, because that was kind of a hard dip. Let's see if it can come back up. Let's see, XCLA going back down to the 20-day. Just slowly making its way up. Let's go back to Carve. Let's see Carve what it does out of this with my 10 shares. I'm gonna lock out when it comes out. As long as it more than likely after 2 halts it's probably gonna have a pullback. What are we gonna do here, Carve? We just hit a new high year too. That's another thing. And we're way off the EMAs, although we did just do the crossover. I don't know. More than likely, I'm expecting a pullback out of this, but we'll see. I'll give it half a second when it comes out to see which direction it's gonna go. But I'm gonna keep my finger on the trigger. Oh, I still got like 3 minutes. It looks like. Let's see. At one halt. Actually, yeah. Got a couple of minutes. Let's take a look at XCLA. It's coming back down. C doesn't push back over these EMAs, it's going to be done. I may cut out of that. DGBI dropped. Just waiting on this second halt here. Now we're starting to get a little bit more volume in here. It's like everybody's waiting on the sidelines to see which way the SPY was going to go. And the SPY started popping up, but getting rejected at that 20-day and pushing back down. So that could be a little sketchy. But we are getting some volume in a lot of these low floats. Carva's only 3 million. Yeah, I didn't even look at the float size. This is a very low float stock. This thing could move crazy. It could be very, very volatile. Well, it is volatile. You can see with the buying, but if selling comes in, we start getting some tug of wars. It could be some crazy up and down moves. We are really high up on the chart. Now I'm looking at the daily. Yeah, looking at the daily, we are really high up. There is some support across 1670, but other than that, you really don't have much support. Oh, here we go. Gapping out. Gap up there. Let's see. Oh, we're still climbing. Let's see, I'm getting ready to lock it out. I'm giving it half a second to see if it's going to come back up. It's testing 25. That's what it's trying to break. At 25 is going to be tough, though. Hitting 20. Okay, maybe not. Maybe 25 is not going to be anything. And we're halted for a third time. Let's go. Let's go. Beautiful, man. Oh, only the 10 shares. The one time that I'm cautious on the trigger, of course, but I'll take it. I'll take it. This is Beautiful right here. Beautiful, beautiful rip. It's a good day. This low float, man. Super, super low float. And it looks like maybe the apes or whatever are getting a hold of this. That FOMO, as I was talking about last night on the last Rip episode with Newegg, that could be what's going to happen here. We could see FOMO really kick in and this thing really go crazy. But I'm still being very cautious. CARV. That is the ticker, but at this point it is up way too high. And that's what I was saying about Newegg yesterday. Like, I got in carved way down here. So, like, trying to get in way up here right now is going to be very, very risky. Even though it is pushing up, we are getting higher and higher. FOMO could kick in and we could see it push higher, but also could just dump and be done. So we want to be cautious. Let's see, seed coming back. Ooh, 40 cent spread on seed right now. That might start going. The reason I hopped in seed is because it's down here at this 20 day. I mean, it's the low of year was 709. And we've got room up to the 50 day to 11. So if it can break over 9. Yeah, no, of course you want to look at the tickers and see where the rips are, but this, like I said earlier, I don't know if you're just joining or not, but this pattern right here, it's like, come on, what are you doing? But this pattern right here, I mean, we had the nice climb in pre-market, and then a little sell-off at the beginning, hitting the 200 day on the 1 minute and curling around. So that's a perfect U-shape, curling up, testing those moving average, and then we even had the 20 crossover the EMAs there. So just had every sign of good chance of breaking out, plus extremely low float. Oh, seed's coming up to that 9. Let's see you go, seed. Oh, seed, let's go. And seed's halted. Let's go. Let's go. We are in a fest. It is a festivity. Good morning, Brian. So now I'm up on Carve and up on Seed, halted on both of them. Sitting here in 2 halts right now. About to start doing a little dance. When we get halted on this, yeah, we should be getting close to being unhalted on this. There we go. Now I can see seed at the same time. I had them kind of spread out there. I can't see XLAA, but it's okay. Oh, we just came up. Oh, big gap down there. Let's see. Getting rejected at 25. Looks like it may try to test again. Okay, I'm getting out. So I'm going to lock it out there. Bunch of sellers were starting to come in. And we're getting this kind of indecision. Although it may try to rip again. But let's see. Let me look at the 5 minute. Because the 5 minute kind of all over the place. See when it's seed halt. Seed, they don't even said when it's halted. Yeah, starting to sell off now. We got a little downtrend. This is a possible consolidation triangle. So Carve was popping up. I think it was on. Yeah, I think I found Carve over here on my low float momentum scanner on Street Smart Edge. And then Seed popped up on Thinkorswim on this momentum scanner. It just had a few little pops. But when I looked at this pattern, it just hit a low a year. We've been seeing a lot of stocks the last month hitting the low a year. So, I mean, buying this on the 20-day right above the low a year, more than likely it's not going to go much further down. And it had this big gap up to the 50-day moving average at 11. But both of them just found them on the scanners. But yeah, like this stock was all the way up at 28 and then come all the way down to 7. So it was just super oversold. Way too low a price. Let's see, Carve's starting to come back up here. Carve just got halted again on the way up. Very nice. Let's see, Seed's out. Got a gap up on Seed. Oh, let me close this thing here. Let's see if we can break 10 on Seed. Oh, absolutely breaking 10 on Seed. Absolutely. Oh, come on. Let's see if it's going to try to break it again. 10 may be too strong. Ooh, that's an ugly candle. Let's see. God, this spread is insane. Oh, God. Messing up my... Okay, there we go. Thought we were going to get halted again there when we shot up to 1054 so quick, but... So getting hung up at 975. Depending on what this candle does, I'm going to lock it out. Got some support at 960 trying to hold. Look at this on the 5-minute. I definitely should have locked this out when it shot at the 1050, but I was fumbling with my damn quantity button. But if it can hold 9, it could easily start ripping again. Yeah, it's trying to hold 9 in support right now. Oh, XELA is starting to run. Oh boy. XELA up 319. Very nice. Very nice. You do your thing there. Let me get back to seed though, because we need to lock out some profit on this. I'm not worried about XELA at this moment. Days almost caught up to 9 at 887. The XELA is popping all around. I can't even keep an eye on it. There it is. Okay. Are you gonna break out again? What's Carve doing? Carve up to $30. Carve still ripping. So that FOMO is kicking in. for traders. Good morning, Cool J. You're welcome, Lori. XELE is ripping. Carve is most shorted, so it's a short squeeze. It's a very low float too, so that's why it's getting the type of move it's getting. What did you lose? What did you lose? How'd you lose 50 on DGBI? We'll go over that. We'll go over that trade. See if we can find what the issue was. Was it in a halt on the way up? So where did we hit at? We hit at the same place. We hit at 890 on both of these candles. So I'm going to put a stop loss in at 889. Oh, well, it's actually testing 890 now. Actually, I'm just going to put the stop loss below 875. It'd be a small loss if it drops down that low, which it could. It very easily could keep dropping. It just had a quick pop. Seems to not be a lot of volume coming back in, but it is trying to hold that 50-day moving average there. At 875, bounced right off of it, so we'll see. Let's hop back over to... Where are you at, XCLA? There's XCLA. Yeah, so XCLA is still looking good, just slowly climbing. The thing we want to see, well, let's see, we just broke this downtrend, so that's nice. The thing we want to see is it break 335. I'm actually going to move my stop loss up on this some. The 1 minute lines. Let's see. Let's take a look at DGBI. So, where did you buy in at? What was the price you bought DGBI? Let's see, still trying to hold 9. 740s range. So you bought down here. You're looking for that support buy off of this 740 support in the pre-market and just crack down on you. You basically call it a falling knife. See, support and resistance areas are not concrete. You know, most of the time they're going to hold up. But this thing was dumping with these big red candles on the 1 minute. You got to wait. This is where those indecision comes in. Indecision candles come in. You got to wait. I would have not entered this on the support line until this candle closed and it made an indecision candle. And then look for the next candle to start turning green. This didn't even make an indecision candle. It just continued to sell into the support and then dropped even more. So you got to wait for that indecision candle. We look at it on the 5 minute. Yeah, see, there was on the 5 minute there was never an indecision candle. So it was too late. You just jumped the gun on that when you pulled the trigger too fast. And I do that a lot too. You see it coming down at support level and you're like, oh, we can get a bounce here. And then it doesn't bounce. But we didn't get any indecision indicating that the trend was going to reverse. So the trend started going down and no indication through here of a reversal. So that's why it just continued to sell off. So learn from that mistake. God, carves all the way up to $37. I should have just held that thing. Good Lord. What a massive run. See. Oh, you bought too many shares too? Got too confident? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. As a new trader, as a beginner trader, don't get greedy and try to scale up right away. You know, keep doing your thing, especially today. I mean, I'm leaving tons of money on the table, but I'm shooting very small shots. I'm not taking any big shots because the SPY was very sketchy, and we didn't have any volume hardly in pre-market. So I'm just taking little shots here and there. But we are seeing some breakouts now. So when it's kind of an iffy market, you definitely don't want to go heavier shares right away until you know that you see some things breaking out and see some volume coming to the market. XELA just still a climbing. Digibite is done. But yeah, this is a pure FOMO play on Carve. Broke that little consolidation. Exactly. And Orlando, you said the 1 minute EMAs are not useful. If they're not useful to you, then don't use them. Everybody's different, but the reason I like them is because I know on the 1 minute if something is bullish or not. Like Carve is above all EMAs on the 1 minute. It's been above all EMAs. I got in as the 20-day was crossing these EMAs. My whole entry was based off of the 1 minute chart and the EMA break there, which is also a U shape. But that's what I was saying. There was 3 different ways that you could have bought Carve this morning. 3 different ways. You got the U shape, you got the EMA crossover, and you got the bounce off of the 200 day. So you don't have to use the EMAs at all. This play you could have easily found by using U shapes or dip buying bounces off, 200 days. Always a strong EMA. So Oh, a seed is coming back alive. And XELA is ripping some more too. And we just broke over that yesterday's high. And we are starting to run here on XELA. Very nice, up to 350. Go ahead and pop off that stop loss. Let's see if this is going to break here. Actually, it's turned out to be an extremely hot market this morning. Kind of caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting it. A lot of selling in this 350 area. Carve with a pullback, getting halted right away. So this play is going to be nuts. This play is going to be all over the place. Oh yeah, 350 is really strong. Right through here, you can see it. You might not notice it at first, because I didn't notice it at first either, but this wick and this candle hit 350 and got rejected. When this candle broke through, it came back down. 350 held for a couple of days, and now we're coming back up, testing that 350. So that is going to be some strong resistance, but we could easily break it. As hot as the day seems. Seed coming back down again. I got a little bit of a downtrend on seed now. Vino's slowly starting to climb back up. Vino. Keep an eye on Vino, because that thing can rip. We're getting this little triangle of consolidation into 350. Breakout possibly coming here. Ooh, a lot of selling at 350. A lot of selling, but they are slowly getting taken out. They're getting taken out. We're going to break out here. Maybe. Still a lot of selling going on right here, though. I was about to say, bids are trying to stack at 350. So we got a little fake out there. Line's a little crooked. There we go. So indecision candle at resistance right here. This is indecision candle. Got the upper wick, lower wick, very small body. And that is, this following candle starting to turn red, so it's probably about to sell off some. Yep, starting to crack that consolidation. Fire's still trying to hold it up. That's what I was. Well, yeah, that's the thing with the 1 minute with EMAs, Orlando. The longer the time frame, the stronger the support and resistance, the stronger the indicator. So on the 1 minute, they are going to be weaker, but to me, it still helps to have them on there because I can, I have a good idea of which way the stock's going. Like I'm still holding XELA because we're above the 20-day. It's not even come back down in the 20-day. I'm still holding Seed because it's holding the 20-day on the 1 minute. And Seed actually just broke that downtrend triangle, so Seed might start popping some more. Maybe. It's actually still testing that downtrend. But yeah, Sicilian, that's what I've been telling you the last 2 days, man. I've been saying go back to what was working for you and continue to do that. Just scale it up slowly. Woo. Hold on now. Seed getting real frisky like. Looks like we're going to try to push back to 10. Yep, Seed pushing to 10 now. Again. Like I said, we got room to 11.11, that 50-day moving average. Yeah, it's gonna hurt, man. If you make mistakes, if you get greedy, you fall victim to your emotions or any of that, it's not gonna feel good when you take that loss. Trust me, I know. Years of that feeling. But you had something that was working and you just went away from it. Why would you do that? It's like you're fixing. You're sitting there driving the NASCAR race or Too Fast and Furious race, and you're winning the whole lap, and then right on the last final lap, you're just like, who needs a finish line? I got family, and you just drive off the side of a cliff. Yes, I use that meme that's been all over the internet the last week as a reference. But seriously though, don't if it's not broken, don't fix it. Right? Like that strategy you can add on to. If it was working, then you can do a little experimenting as it's working and you're consistently growing, and you can try to add a little bit more stuff to it. If you're seeing like a stock you think's going to rip more than a little bit of the price you were thinking it was going to rip. XCLA still climbing up to 360. Bunch of sellers at 362. Got a lot of selling pressure above these areas, but you don't have to. That's the thing. You don't have to build your strategy all at once. You get something that works, and then build around that strategy. Build around it, and add to it. It's like a Lego block. You got a good foundation Lego support, then build on top of it and make it better. Hmm. On the way that you are. Man, you gotta be careful, man. You gotta be careful. I know you gotta taking your anger out on that YouTube algo, teaching him a lesson. I appreciate it, but don't take damage in the process. Don't snap your thumb off. Yeah, that's the thing. You gotta take it slow. The stock market is not going anywhere. Even if the stock market crashes, there will still be day trades. That's the great thing about day trading. You might not have any big rippers in a downtrend stock market crash, but you'll have some bounces. Or you'll have maybe one or two rippers. I appreciate that. You like the way I'm trading. I, and sometimes I'm quick to pull the trigger. Sometimes, I make mistakes. We're all human, so don't beat yourself up too hard for making a mistake. You gotta learn from it. Losses in the stock market are lessons. They can be expensive lessons or they can be cheap lessons. That's why I always say keep your stop losses tight, so you're not, getting an expensive lesson. You don't need to pay online gurus and all that for courses. The stock market will teach you. The stock market will happily take your money and teach you. It has no problems doing that. Well, the 1 minute is what I'm usually looking at for my entries and exits, but I use the 1 minute and the 5 and the 15 because you want to look back and see to make sure you're not hitting any strong support areas or resistance areas, because on the 1 minute there's so much data because it's literally 1 minute candles, so every minute you're going to see the data for a separate minute. So on the 5 minute it's going to look a little less cluttered of data and a little bit clear of data. Like mainly I use the 1 minute the first 30 minutes of the market, and then I'll start switching over to more of the 5 minute. But when I'm looking for patterns and breakouts, I look back at the 15 minute, because see, this 15 minute gives me this whole view of the last 3 days, and we can see on that 15 minute that XELA was on this uptrend, and it was on the 200-day moving average uptrend. So this was a very strong bounce point. But I also use the daily chart. Like I looked up at the daily chart when this started coming out, and it was kind of in the middle of the candle, and as soon as it started pushing up and broke 3, that's what I was looking for, that break of 3. This could have easily came back down, but it kept getting buying volume. So you just kind of, to keep it simple enough, like I feel like last couple of days I've been thinking about this. I feel like I'm overcomplicating explaining this stuff and this strategy. So I'm trying to come up with a more simplified way, more easy to understand, because like I was watching one of the last strip episodes, and it's like I'm sitting there going, oh, the 50 days about to cross the 2, about to cross the 100, and that's not what I want to be. I don't want to be one of those type of traders on YouTube that is just talking a bunch of crazy stuff. Like, I'm maybe accurate in what I'm saying, but still, it's hard to comprehend if you're new to trading. You have no idea about the EMAs or about support and resistance. So I'm working on simplifying the strategies that I have to a base level to where like a kindergartner could trade. And I'm not calling anybody kindergartners or saying they need kindergarten level stuff to comprehend, but I do. I learn better with that type of comprehension. Alright, I may get out of this. This cracks 50. I'm getting out. So I'm going to lock that in there. Started cracking 350. Could hold up 350, but probably will hold up 350. Well, maybe not. I don't know. That's a little sketchy right now, so I'm fine with that. I'll take that win. Oh, and here's Seed going up to 10. See if Seed's going to get a nice big breakout. It's getting a nice build up. Yeah, holding that 10 pretty nice. I only got 20 shares of this. Okay. Yeah, that's a good lesson Dom's talking about too. Wait for confirmation of whatever your strategy is. If you're looking for a 20-day cross over the EMAs or whatever, wait till you get the confirmation. Or if you're looking for a support bounce, a bounce off of the floor, make sure that floor is a floor before you, sell into it or buy into it. Yeah, Mysterious MM, I know APTY. It's still doing its thing, I think. That was Newegg. Newegg down to 47.50. Carve. Ooh, God, people got destroyed there. That hurt. That hurts to even see. Look at that gap down from that halt. Yikes. Getting a nice build up. I may actually add to my position on Seed if it holds up that 20-day on the 1 minute. $8.68. That'd bring my average up quite a bit. This is the third test of 10. Or I may sell Seed if this 20-day doesn't hold up. See, right now I could add the Seed, but I'm waiting to make sure this 20-day is going to hold up. So I'm waiting for a little bit more confirmation. It did get pushed back up, but it could easily drop. We want to see this candle close. It's got 9 seconds to close. Got buyers at 9.50 holding it right now. Now let's see on this candle. We're going to start pushing up or pushing down. So he's starting to push down, so I'm not adding yet. Now it looks like we're going to try to hold. $9.50 starting to stack the bids again, so I'm going to add. So, and 10 there. $9.50 looks like it's going to try to hold. We came down, tested it, dropped below it for a second. Buyers pushed it back above 50 or $9.50. Now we just want to see this candle close above $9.50 and we can start to see buying volume come back in. This candle could easily turn red, but we do have those buyers at $9.50, so unless we see a bunch of selling come through and take these $9.50s out, then we should be good to go. So actually brings my price up to 9. See, 9.50 starting to act as resistance. So we don't want to see that. So we may pull back to the 50-day. If the 50-day cracks, then that's it. So far, on the 1 minute chart, this has held up the 50-day on this run up. Oops. Yeah, you would have sold. You might have sold seed for 20, but you're just speculating. You don't know. You don't know what you would have did, and you're going away from your strategy again. You're just saying how you're gonna go back to your strategy. Now you're gonna go try experimenting something else. So there's nothing wrong with it. Experiment all you want. I experiment from time to time myself. So that's a part of trading. It's a science. It's a skill and a science. So experimentation. Just be careful with it. You don't want to experiment and blow your account up. You got to keep those stop losses tight. I don't know if you need all of that. I mean, if you want to use all of that, go ahead. But that is a lot to look at. MRIN just started popping up. Getting a nice move off of 16, bouncing off that 20-day. I think I said that earlier. MRIN could be a possible play if it bounces off that 20-day. Don't know if Seed's gonna break. Seed's having a lot of trouble here. Still is above the 20-day at the moment, though. Got pretty good support on Carve. Trying to build there. Let's see what happens with that. Man, I ain't having a little pullback. AUD getting a little action. CTRD, not sure. So here's the thing with these social media traders trying to go into these short stocks and trying to short squeeze people out. If they fail to short squeeze these institutions out, then they're going to just get dumped on. So you got to have more money than the institutions, but this is only $3 million in float. They've not pushed a stock this low float yet, I don't think. And this is a whole different ball game. So I don't know. Seed's just slowing down. I'm just gonna $9.25 is very strong support. So I'm just going to put a stop loss on this for now, like $9.19. That way it'll at least be some profit if it does start to crack. Because it's getting a little extended. We were making this nice fluid upward movement, and now we're kind of just going sideways. Like the upward momentum is kind of gone away unless buyers come in all of a sudden. We're starting to get other plays popping up like MRIN. Yeah, no, I'll tell you, I mean, you took a rough loss today. No reason to jump in there and try to make it back real quick or anything. You're considering different strategies right now. A lot of stuff's going through your head, a lot of emotions, a lot of strategizing, all that. So yeah, step away. Step away. The market will be here tomorrow. There'll be more opportunities. You're not missing anything. But yeah, just take you a little day off from now for today. No reason to get too greedy. SPY going sideways. Woo. We're getting an indecision candle on the daily under the 20, but it is still really, really early in the morning, so there's no fear there anyway. Curious if it's if Carve is going to bounce off of this 25 at all. Getting halted on the way down, so that's done. Alright, guys. Well, if you're buying in pre-market at eight, if you're buying in pre-market, that's risky because when market opens, you don't know if a stock's going to drop. I just got stopped out on seed there, so that was good. I put that stop loss in, so a little $4 win there. So that's 58, 60. So let's see, 17 basically. So I'm up about $75, and I still have fun to trade. So I am going to try to look for another trade if I can find one. But everything's kind of pulling back at the moment. AG stock analysis. I will get to that. I'm going to take a quick breather here, guys. I'll be right back, and then I'll take a look at AG. Well, there's not an exact timing to it as far as when you need to buy. Your buys don't need to really be based on the time of day, other than I sit there and said I was going to try to wait the first 30 minutes out, and I like to wait the first 30 minutes out because then everything kind of figures itself out which way all the stocks are kind of going. We'll see the drops where they're going to drop, and we'll see the ones that seem to still have potential after that time. But today, Carve started looking good. There's a couple plays started looking good, so I took some small shots. But I'm only going to take small shots in that first 30 minutes because it's so crazy. My bigger shots I'll take after the first 30 minutes of the market, but there's not an exact timing to that because it's about the stock and the charts. You want your main focus should be the charts and the volume. Volume is your biggest thing that you got to watch, and you want to watch these bars and the level 2 and time and sales to see where the volume is coming in at. But yeah, give me just a second. I'll be right back, and then I'll look at AG for Elvis. All right, so I thought of the perfect metaphor to kind of explain that first 30 minutes a little bit better. The first 30 minutes of the market is going to be like Black Friday. There's going to be people in line, they've got money to spend, they're ready to shop. You don't want to go to the opening of Best Buy on a Black Friday and wait in line and do all that stuff. You want to be waiting, and if there happens to be a little window open on the side of Best Buy, or a back door you see propped open because they're bringing in supplies, well, then you sneak in there. So, like, if you run in with the herd into the first 30 minutes, it's going to be all kinds of chaos. Everybody's running around, they're smacking stuff off the shelves, they're punching each other in the faces for Xboxes. You know, they're going crazy. The Karens are out. They've got pitchforks and torches trying to get the best deals on everything. It's chaos. So you only, like, that's why I try to wait it out most of the time. But like I said, sometimes you see that little sneaky back door and you're like, oh, this little trade here, this stock, this setup, even though it's Black Friday right now, I can still get in there and sneak in and get my little thing and pull it out real quick out the back door before I ever have to get in the line or anything. So it's not that the first 30 minutes of that time is the timing is super important. It's just that it's going to be chaos the first 30 minutes. So it's better to kind of wait it out some unless you see that sneaky window like I did today on Carve and a couple of others. Carve possibly could do a show, but think of it like that. AG's selling off. Well, actually, it's just holding the 200 day. The thing with silver, the silver and gold will drop with the stock market. Like if the stock market starts crashing real hard, silver and gold will crash with them. But silver and gold will rebound, will actually drop less. They won't drop as hard as the market, and they will be the first to rebound. God, this is not what I want to be at. I don't want to see this line chart. There we go. So, I mean, we saw the market pull back overnight, so you see silver's pulled back. But this is not that big of a pullback. I mean, silver went from what, 26.15 to 25.97, so about a 20-cent drop. You know, versus the SPY that dropped, you know, what is that? $7, $8. So silver and gold will hold up better. And you see gold has actually not dropped. But silver is still in this big triangle. It's not out of this consolidation yet. You know, we've even got the 200 day right at the trend line now, so we should be holding up pretty strong here. And this time it may be different. Like I said, this is the wrench in the wheel this time around if the stock market drops, if things drop. You see even oil's pulled back some. If gold and silver are dropping with the stock market, then is money going to go into cryptos? But if cryptos are dropping, which they are also doing, you see there Bitcoin having a pullback. They were up, all the cryptos were on this nice uptrend, and then they've all cracked. So where's the money going to go if the stock market's crashing, the cryptos crash, and the gold and silver crash? I would say it would probably go into the dollar. But, you know, the dollar will more than likely crash with the stock market too. I mean, the dollar is so weak as it is. So that's the thing. I don't know what is going to happen when the SPY finally drops, or when the stock market finally does have a massive pullback. We also got some support right there at 1450 across AG as well. So it's pretty strong support there. I mean, this little pullback is a little concerning, but that's the thing. That's why you do want to. So, what I'm doing is I am spread out. I've got cryptos, I've got gold and silver. I don't have any stocks I'm holding yet because I want to see the market pull back, and then I'll start buying stocks again for longer term holds. But I've got cash ready. That's why I'm only day trading the stocks right now, because I've got cash ready if the market does drop. And if the dollar starts dropping more, I can always throw that cash into cryptos or another asset. But that's the thing. Like, nobody can predict exactly when the drop will be. Like, this could be the start of the drop, but we still got to crack through the 50, so we don't know until that 50-day cracks. And then, we'll see from there. But where the money is going to go after that, that's the part that's hard to tell. So I'm just in everything. So if something drops like gold and silver, but cryptos go up, well, then that's going to balance out the losses on the gold and silver for now. I could lock some of that crypto profits out, and then with gold and silver, and buy gold and silver low, and then when they start rebounding like they normally do, as fast as they normally do, then I could sell out of that when those reach the top, and then buy into stocks when they're very low. That's kind of the idea plan that I've got, but like I said, I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. I can't predict the future, so it's going to be. And like I said, cryptos is a wrench that's thrown in there that's never been thrown in there before. So that's the thing where I don't know what is going to happen, because we have that new element too. So, I mean, AG is coming down, but that's just because the market's coming down at the moment. Well, the market's going sideways, but that big drop down. So I mean, if you're concerned about AG dropping lower, maybe your position's up here. You can always cut your losses and get back in, or average into it down here, because the silver and the gold is a long game. It's not a short game. Yeah, well, Josie, with OPEC not being able to do that agreement, then oil prices will go up. That'll make crude oil go up. They can't. They can't do much about it. Yeah, and your strike is all the way until January. So I mean, it's just now July, so you got quite a ways to go. Even if the market drops now, unless you get liquidated for some reason on your options, which is something you always got to keep in mind. I'm pretty sure they can liquidate options because you're on margin. But you just gotta, let's see, GBR starting to come back up to 5. Well, there is one option. There is one option if you think the stock market is going to crash, and that's going to be your reverse ETFs. If the stock market crashes, reverse ETFs will go up. So you can put your money in these, but you want to be certain that the stock market is going to continue to drop, because if you get in these and the market doesn't drop, then you're going to be taking some losses. So that's why I haven't jumped in these reverse ETFs yet, or inverse ETFs, is because we've not seen a clear sign yet if we're going to have a full-on pullback. This is not that big of a pullback yet. And it's a decent pullback, but we're still right at the 20. I thought you had to. No, I use Wi-Fi. I have the Google Pods. It's some type of Wi-Fi net or whatever. So it spreads the Wi-Fi signal all around. Like, I never have problems with my Wi-Fi. If you got good Wi-Fi and good coverage, like with the Google Pods, then I don't have any problems. I mean, I upload YouTube videos that are huge all the time, and it takes like 5 minutes. So you don't have to have like super super crazy internet to trade. You don't want to have crappy Wi-Fi. Like, if your Wi-Fi drops out, then yeah, that's a problem. you don't want you don't want to be in a trade and your Wi-Fi drops out. See, we have anything going on where we might be able to get another play. CTRD, this was halted. I'm going to move up to 471. A little low float. But we'll give the stream about 30 more minutes here if you guys, well, about 21 more minutes here if you guys have any more questions or suggestions or ideas. You can go ahead and get those in. I am going to try to look for another trade, but the market's looking like everything's looking a little sketchy. All the plays that were moving, let's see, XCLA got that little downtrend that could possibly break. GLOP, it's a little bit higher float. MFA, Oxbar, Archon, ARPO. Let me go, I'm on a 1 minute, let me look, here we go. ARPO, you do have a trend line started. Could be a possible play, but you also got a downtrend. Yeah, that could start moving if it breaks 280. U1 not doing much. Car's starting to come back up. Slowly. Car's held right here. I'm going to go 10 more shares on Carve. I'm going to see if this is going to rip some more here. Starting to get a little rip. And Carve just, did it get halted on the way up? I think it did. Yeah, Carve just got halted on the way up again. Bam. Let's go. Your internet went out and you're watching on the iPhone. Now, sometimes, I mean, if there's a storm or anything like that, you know, your internet gets knocked out, that's going to happen. That's why you do want to have your phone handy. Because if you don't have your phone handy, then you might be in a trade and that'll be terrible. Don't wing it on Carve. Don't don't let this don't let it get to you. There'll be plenty of opportunities. You I left a whole bunch of money on the table too. I literally left. I got out at 23.36 and it ran to 38, 39 almost. So I left uh what $16 on the table after I got in Carve. $16 per share. So that would have been $160 that I left on the table. But you know, it doesn't matter. All that matters is what you lock in. So there will be other rips like this. This is, like I've said, this is nothing new. There's just you miss them. You know, I miss Newegg. I miss the whole like Newegg. I had drawn out last week that it was in this big triangle of consolidation, and I never thought to take an entry or anything on it, and Newegg ended up exploding huge. So I mean, I missed all of Newegg. I didn't trade Newegg once. That's okay. I'm not worried about it. There will be another rip. Yeah, that's the thing. The opportunities are there, and we can see big rips at any time of day. I mean, we've been seeing rips in pre-market. We've been seeing rips at market open. We've been seeing rips around this time. We've been seeing rips middle of the day. We've been seeing rips in power hour. We've been seeing rips in after hour. So there's plenty of opportunities. I don't know if this is going to continue on or not. Like Carve could easily this just could have been a little bounce. That's what I got in there, just looking for that little bounce, because it continued to hold up. Like it dropped below the 20-day for a few minutes, but it didn't continue to sell off. It started building back up with some buying coming in. So as soon as I saw that 20-day kind of, like, we got these indecision candles, although I was looking at the 1 minute, but right there, that red indecision candle there, followed by the green engulfing candle, the reverse Pac-Man guy, I like to call it. That guy right there, he can eat this little red guy, so you get a move up there. And another thing, most everything else was pulling back. So if everything else is pulling back, where's the volume going to go? You know, if you've only got one stock that's holding up most of its gains, or it's all the hype on social media, which I'm sure Carve is all over social media right now after this rip to 38. That FOMO, like I said, that FOMO can continue to make this run, but we'll see. See, it didn't even should be getting unhalted at any time here. So where's that line? Let's run that line across there. So yeah, that was some resistance. See, it's gonna push up some more here. kind of all over the place. Woo! Getting all over the place. This is the thing with this play is it's so low float, and if there's that much short volume in it, it's going to be a battle. Now that's a bit of an indecision candle. If this one can, if we get an engulfing bullish over this candle, we'll start ripping up to 30. See, it's trying but getting held up there. Indecision candle here. Let's see which way it starts moving. We are iffy. See, we're starting to build a little support at 27. Got this little downtrend on the 1 minute that needs to break. So it needs to break 28 if it's going to keep running here. What are we gonna do here? Let me look at this on a higher time frame. 5 minute. Maybe we got a downtrend starting like that. So if it doesn't pop back over 27 here in the next half a second, then I am getting out. Let's see, you gonna get back over 27 or not? Ooh, this is sketchy. We got a nice little uptrend there on the 15 minute. There we go. Getting back over 27 now. See, that's the mistake. That's like me fumbling with the stop loss or the loss and the buy and sell trying to get out of stocks. Sometimes your own mistakes that have nothing to do with your trading ability will cause you to have some losses. Like you didn't have your scanner set right. But I struggle with doing not smart stuff like that too. So don't feel bad about it. You're not the only person. You just gotta be more aware of it. Just gotta make sure when you sit down in the morning, maybe make a checklist of the things that you're going to do. Like maybe make a checklist of what stocks you're looking for. The four criteria. Make sure that your internet's working good. Make sure that you got your IV with meth in it so you can keep your eyes open while you're trading. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, man, it can happen. It can happen. I mean, I left a bunch of money on the table yesterday and today because I was stumbling around with my damn sell orders. So don't beat yourself up about it. Just, like I said, make a checklist or something that can keep you from making those mistakes. Because you want to limit the human error mistakes to as low as possible because you are going to take losses. Not everything is going to break out. I mean, you guys seen this week I've took I don't know how many trades, but I've lost like what? Probably 6 trades, but I'm still profitable this week. But I would be a little bit more profitable if I wasn't, stumbling around with my stop losses or my loss orders, my sell orders, and all that. Well, let me go to the 5 minute. Let's keep a look on the 5 minute. Yeah, we're still getting held up at this line right across here. The 27's trying to hold as support. See if we're going to come up and test 28 or not. We're getting close, but still trying to test this 27. It's a lot of selling pressure in this. This is definitely there's definitely a lot of shorts on this because I can feel that selling pressure. It's making me want to get out of it right now, but I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to ignore my emotions. Nice buyer just came in at 27. He got immediately taken out though. I'm gonna remove this line because I can't see this. Oh, okay. So yeah, this is a super indecision candle. So if this continues to turn red here, if 2650 cracks support, then we're probably going, more than likely going to sell off because it's indecision with the bearish engulfing candle. 2050 is trying to hold. But we got 2 minutes on this 5-minute candle. Let's look at the 1 minute. So the 1 minute we're still holding 20. The 20-day EMA, the 50 days at 25.78. Starting to crack here. I'm going to give it half a second to try to bounce back up. But it looks like it's going to start selling off again. Could sell all the way back off to 20. So we got a minute 20 seconds on this candle. Guru been making money today, Daniel B. And I'm not a guru. Don't call me that. I'm offended. I'm not a guru. I'm just a guy who likes to trade stocks with all my stock trading friends, which is all of you guys. Whoa! Whoa, that was a big quick pop up over 28 there all of a sudden. I like it. Now we're looking decent. How's this candle going to close? It's about to close. If it closes over 28, we're going to rip again. Yeah, there we go, up to 29.40. Let's see. 30 is going to be resistance. Let's see if it can continue to climb here. Maybe breaking over 29. Getting held up at 29 resistance. Go into the 1 minute here. Yep, so I'm selling at 29, trying to hold it down. Just trying to push through now. Getting rejected at 29 pretty hard there. So 28 can hold as support. Yeah, 28 starting to try to hold as support. We got bought up as soon as it dropped down to 27.68. Here we go. Testing 29 again. Gonna break. Yes, it is. Oh. There we go. Now we want to see 29 start holding that support if this is going to try to break through 30. So we're still struggling with the 29 area. Now we're not. Okay, guys, there we go. Up to 30. Let's see. Can we get up to 30? Getting close to that 30. I want to see if it's going to test 30. Yeah, it looks like we're going to test. Oh, we just broke through 30 quickly. We just popped up to 31. That was a quick run. Testing 31. Back here. Yeah, 31 is some resistance. Well, never mind. Just popped right over 31. Got room up to 32, maybe 33. Let's see, testing. Okay, we're through 32. We're a little ways off the 20, so, well, damn, I'm getting close, really close to selling here. Testing 33. Yeah, I'm gonna lock it out. I'm good with that. I'm good with that win. The stock is kind of like Newegg. But yeah, I'm going to take that bounce play. That's a nice little bounce play. Got in there. It's 26.27 up to 32. That's $6. So I played this twice. That was a $6 rip the first profit, $6 rip the second profit. Could easily climb. Got a little profit on seed. So that's 3 trades. Profit on XELA, 4 trades. I don't think I traded anything else. Seed, XELA, and Carve was, I think, all I traded. Yeah, so 4 for 4 today. About 100 and... See, that's 25. 125. 140 today. So not bad. But this is the FOMO. This is what I was talking about exactly on Newegg last night. I was saying we're seeing these FOMO plays where people are so scared of missing out on these stocks. They're coming in and pushing them up like crazy. Thank you, One Life. Appreciate that. But alright, guys, I'm going to get going. I'm going to call it a day. I'm happy with these profits, so I'm not going to get any more greedy and take any more trades. Going 4 for 4 is nice today. I will take it. And we will be back tomorrow for some more live trading. We'll see what Friday brings.
appreciate everybody joining me as always. We'll be back tonight with the last Rip episode where I'll cover these trades a little bit more. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there. Until next time.